have another game of Would You Rather. Once again, there's no wrong answers. So,
oh my God, this is the scariest part of the show.
No, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. All right, Danica, do you want to read the first one?
All right, let's do it. Would you rather go back in time and have lunch with James Brown or go back in time and have lunch with Prince?
Oh, wow. That's like, I think I'd say Prince, but James Brown was the original Prince in a sense. I mean, Prince took his, a lot of his moves from James Brown. I got to see James Brown once, never met him, but I got to see him from about 10 feet away.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
And
so jealous.
Yeah, great. I saw Prince several times and tried to go to his, Paisley Park when he was having those concerts. And I was in Minnesota. My sister lives in Minnesota. My brother and I were out there for some wedding or something. And Prince, we heard, was having a show at Paisley Park. And we drove around for 3 hours in the Minnesota dark, which is pretty goddamn dark, trying to find Paisley Park, because this is before GPS, which is a truly sad time, I can tell you. And we never found it. It was like, So I think I would want to talk to Prince. I might be too intimidated by James Brown, and he was kind of I think Prince I might be able to have more of a conversation with.
Okay. All right. No wrong answers. All right. So here's the next one. Would you rather co-author a novel with Chuck Palahniuk or co-author a novel with Stephen King?
Well, I think I would pick Stephen King because I follow him on social media and I quite enjoy his, he's, I don't know, I feel simpatico with him. Chuck, I don't know Chuck. I know his stuff, but Stephen King, and I think he'd be really good to hang with. And in fact, he and Dave Marsh were in a kind of a goof band called the Rock Bottom Remainders, and they would play at literary conventions and shit like that periodically. Cool. But apparently he was a very very nice guy, so I'm interested. Cool. I'm not even a huge Stephen King reader, if a reader at all, but we won't tell him that.
Okay, long time watcher. Sorry, Stephen. All right, next one, Danica.
All right. Would you rather see a new version of Creem or see a new version of Circus?
Well, I've seen a new version of Creem. They did one in the 80s or 90s? God, it was just terrible. They tried to make it into kind of what was that, Wallpaper or one of those magazines that kind of were fashion really kind of fashion magazines, and Creem was not really a fashion magazine. New version of Circus. I told you that they once, after I left Creem, they offered, the publisher Circus asked me if I wanted to be the editor. So I think I'd worry less about somebody fucking up Circus because it just doesn't have the meaning that the Creem does to me and I think others. So I think I'd take Circus, let them fuck it up, and it wouldn't matter that much. Because they would, and they would fuck up Creem even worse because it was.
All right. All right. Here's the next one. Would you rather get a Boy Howdy tattoo on your arm or have to wear a Boy Howdy shirt every day?
I think I'd go for the tattoo because, I wear black T-shirts. I don't want to wear a white T-shirt. I'm too fat for that.
No, not at all.
And but my friend, this guy who's the musician, did I tell you about this guy?
Yeah, they got the tattoo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, I should have brought a slideshow and I could have shown you that stuff.
That's all right. All right,
I get one. I like it. I think it's really cool.
I do too. I think it's super cute. Tattoo?
Yeah. It looks okay. And again, few hours of tattooing versus a lifetime of having to wear a white T-shirt.
We could add some polka dots to it. I don't know. I feel like we could spruce it up a little.
All right. Well, come back to me when the polka dots are on it.
Okay.
And we'll talk.
We'll talk. Great. All right. Next one.
All right. Would you rather swim with sharks or go bungee jumping?
I think I would rather. Well, what do you think I'm going to choose?
Swim with sharks.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because the idea of counting on that little rubber band to not drop you into the earth. I don't buy. I'd rather trust one of these guys.
Yeah, that one looks very friendly. Yeah,
I'm not wild about either idea. I mean, the idea, the shark thing would be more interesting. I don't need thrills. I got enough thrills. Life is a thrill. I don't like scary movies or horror movies or thrillers or something, because I'm always like, what the fuck? I said I'm scared out of my mind half the time, anyways. So now bungee jumping, sharks. If you make me.
We're not going to make you.
I think I'm with you on this one.
Yeah, well, sharks.
I think that would be a special episode of your podcast. Would be you pushing me in the water,
and then so the three of us
interview you while you're underwater with sharks,
and bring Liza.
Well, I could rescue her from sharks.
Yeah. There you go. All right. Is this on me? Okay. Would you rather? See the Boy Howdy logo reinterpreted by Salvador Dali or reinterpreted by Andy Warhol?
Well, this is a very good question. And one I've wrestled with most of my life.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea. I mean, I'm not a huge, I love art, go to museums. I didn't used to when I was younger, but I was an art history minor. I love looking at art. I'm not a big Dali fan. And nor am I a big Warhol fan, although I admire his kind of, his Andy Warhol business and the way he conducted himself and his whole shit. So I guess I'd pick Warhol.
Okay. Fair choice. All right.
Was that the right one? That was the right one, wasn't it?
It's fine.
No? It's fine. That means it wasn't. Oh, geez.
I mean, I'm
sorry to embarrass you guys.
No, you don't. I just have a special place in my heart for Salvador Dali because of the thing that he did with Alice Cooper. So
I remember.
Because I have a Dali tattoo.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, I'm just dissing all your people.
We have to go. No, I'm just kidding. All right. I know, you're fine. All right. Danica, go ahead.
Would you rather spend an evening with the Hollywood vampires or be part of the Memphis Mafia?
Well, now, I didn't know John Lennon was in the Hollywood Vampires.
He was.
Okay, definitely that. Because I would love to have met Elvis. I saw him perform once, but it's a bunch of guys kissing Elvis's ass. That just does not interest me. I'd rather kiss John Lennon's ass.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay.
And I see Mickey Dolenz and Alice and Nielsen, Harry Nielsen. Who's the woman in front? Is that just a passerby?
Gosh, I'm assuming so, but I'm trying to remember the story with gosh, I'm gonna have to think
on the head thing.
Yeah, now that I've had my one little glass of wine, now I'm trying to remember. I had a cool Hollywood vampire story that Alice told about a singer that Shep brought to hang out, and then she became famous from being part of the Hollywood Vampires. I'll have to remember it from next time. All right.
I think you have a drinking problem. Well,
drinking and thinking. All right. Here's, I think, the last one. Okay. Would you rather spend an entire month straight reviewing bands at CBGBs or spend an entire month straight reviewing bands at the Cavern in Liverpool?
Now, you got to clarify, is this the Cavern back in the day
or then
when the Beatles were around and all that?
Yes.
Cavern. Because I spent a month straight in CBGBs, probably. We used to, we were there a lot.
Cavern it is. But both answers are great. So
But Cavern in the day, that would be a revelation. Being at CBGBs wouldn't be a revelation to me. But
I just wish I would have had the opportunity to go. I feel like I would have really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it. I didn't just go out carousing and go to CBGBs and trying to think. One night, very early on in the punk era and the CBGBs era, we went there. I forget who I went. Maybe I went with my wife. I forget how we went there, and there was like 3 people in the place, and there was a trio playing, and it turns out, of course, and I'm sitting back in the back of the place with a guy named Tom Verlaine, who was Television, the band Television. And we're watching like one of the first performances, if not the first, of Talking Heads, when they were still a trio. And it was like, now that was cool. That was fun. Although you didn't know, I watched Talking Heads and you're thinking, all right, I like this, but how is this ever going to be commercial? I was very surprised when Sire Records started buying up all those bands, from CBGBs. I thought, well, they're not going to make any money on that shit, but good.
But they certainly did.
But they did.
They did.